Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. I'll apologize at the top. I've been fighting a cold with a bit of a cough, so I should be able to mute myself most of the time. But if I do cough on camera, I apologize to you and to all of the crew. This is part of Star Wars Saturdays, a 4+ year long trek to run as many different RPGs that have never been officially published as Star Wars RPGs in Star Wars. It's great. We're in the high 70s, friends. It's crazy. And this is the second session of a quarterly where I'm running 10 sessions of a game called Stellar Conflict. Now, I don't know who it is that designed Stellar Conflict. It was found and was pointed to it as something posted on Google Plus back in 2015. Went back to the Wayback Machine in a place where I found some Google Plus archives, pulled all the PDFs and like docx files that this person had created. It's a Dungeon World, very lovingly, Dungeon World hack. And then I looked at it and I said, I really like Stone Top's approach to the basic moves. I feel like they're a little clearer, a little cleaner. I like the rolling with advantage. So I overlaid all of the Stone Top basic moves except for aid. Last session we did it Stone Top ways, and I think I'm gonna go back to the old Dungeon World, aid or interfere. So that's the only legacy piece of Dungeon World officially really still in here. Everything else is pretty stone toppy and Stellar Conflict. Lots of cool classes. It's a really neat design. I wish this person had, found a way to publish it because it was super cool. But enough for me to pull from. And that's really what matters, right, friends? So in Star Wars Saturdays, as you can tell, every month I choose a different RPG, or sometimes I do a quarterly where it's for a few months, and groups from the Gauntlet community gather together, and we create new characters or pull characters from previous sessions or series and reconstitute them in this new setting and tell a story together. Last session, we had the Princess Tirlapath of Riven, who had been under house arrest, but also under imperial arrest, freed by the Jedi, but not a Jedi, hashtag not a Jedi, hashtag not all Jedi, I don't know, something like that. A Twi'lek with Jedi powers who is part of the Zaysan Shah, which is a super cool, very, very, very mentioned once in a source book, awesome, cool culture of force wielding folks that Steven's playing. So Tassa, along with Cos Kingrave, excellent name, hashtag great name, very excited to see more Cos. So the two of them sprung Princess Tirlapath from her imprisonment and flew away on a flying pterodactyl type creature native to the mountainous world of Riven. We ended the session with stormtroopers trying to chase after you on speeder bikes and you flying towards the as yet unnamed but now with a name ship known as the Duchess Gambit, whereupon we get an opportunity to meet our scoundrel. So Cisco, if you could introduce yourself and give us a brief rundown. What is your scoundrel about? Tell us about him.
Well, my name is Cisco. I'm playing Cincinnati Soul Run, who goes by Sin. He is a scoundrel. And I think he is the type of scoundrel that decides to run away. And what does this saying go? Something is the better part of valor. Yeah, that's definitely his motto. Yeah, I think he just doesn't like authority. I think that's his thing. So rebellious type.
Love it. That's an excellent scoundrel. So as a scoundrel per normal Dungeon World, you don't have move choices to start, which is great. You have some really cool moves. Where do you imagine, because we're playing in Zinja's Empire, that's the territory. We're after Return of the Jedi, so New Republic's rising, but there's this huge Imperial remnant. Is Sin originally from somewhere in Zenji's empire? Is he from outside of the empire and just operating here?
No, I think he's from inside the Empire originally, and then maybe he went to the Outer Rim for a while, and now he's back for whatever reason.
Neat. So we've got some bonds to point back and forth between folks, and I'd like to fill those out. Do you have a bond? Or actually, you know what? Let's go around and we'll have everybody reintroduce their characters because that's fun. I love hearing folks give us our little snapshot. So, Cody, why don't you kick us off and tell us, introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your character.
Yeah, my name's Cody. I use the he, him pronouns. I'm playing Kaz Kengrave, a bounty hunter madman, maybe. He also uses he, hims. He's driven by challenge to do something dangerous or foolhardy just to prove he can. And what more do you need to know about Kaz? He's a simple man making his way in the galaxy, as all bounty hunters are.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Stephen, I already spoiled a bit about your character, but if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about Tassa.
Oh, that's fine. So my name's Steven, my pronouns are he, him. And today I'm playing Tassa Bray. Tassa's pronouns are she, her. Tassa is from a sect that was abandoned by the Jedi on a remote planet, and she that group is very isolated. They don't really go out that much, except her brother wanted to travel, and she thinks he's in trouble and is trying to find him. And she's gotten interrupted along the way because she, is trying to help others, and family is very important, and helping others is very important in my culture.
Excellent. And then last but not least, Andesh, if you could tell us about, introduce yourself, tell us about your noble.
Yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing Princess Teola Path, she, her. Recently liberated from house arrest that was apparently about to turn into something worse. She's from a planet that's recently occupied, I think, by Sinja's empire, and she's realized that he's bad, actually, and he should not get to decide anything. We need to do away with him. Is her thing now, and she's very good at telling people what to do because obviously she knows best.
It's true. She's very smart and well trained, highly educated. Cool. So, Cisco, now that you know who your crew are, that you've evidently ferried Kaz and Tassa here, and we'll be ferrying them away. Do you have a bond you wanted to offer up to your two current crewmates, Kaz or Tassa?
To the crewmates. I guess one of them is a useful accomplice, but I'll throw that out to Stephen and Cody and see if we can maybe unravel that a little bit more. If you all have any ideas, either of you.
I could see Kaz or Tassa being useful. In my mind, I could see Tassa, having the Force. That's pretty useful. Kaz, he's great with the blaster. He's a classic accomplice to a scoundrel, I think. So I mean, I'm happy to be that one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like a working relationship. Like I'm your
colleagues.
drive man. Yeah, you're the guns and I'm the drive man. That sounds good.
We've done a lot of crime to get. I mean, not crime.
I mean, crime.
Jobs.
I mean,
we've
really.
Done a lot of surviving in the Emperor. It's tough out here in the Outer Rim.
That's what I think.
Too. Do what you have to do.
You say crime, I say imperial dogma. Cool. That is a great bond. By the way, with the aid or interfere rules, when you want to help or interfere with someone, you roll plus bond with them. So most of you guys will be rolling plus 2d6 plus 1. Do you see a bond that you'd like to offer to Tassa? Or conversely, Stephen, did you have a bond you wanted to offer to Sin?
I do have a bond. I was looking through the bonds on my playbook, and I wasn't. None of them seemed to fit. So I dug through the other playbooks, the ones we're not using, and the mercenary has one that's great, which is, I think Sin is always getting into trouble, and I have to get him out.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so perfect. The force user has to come in and save the day. I love it.
Oh, I'm typing it in for you.
Oh,
Oh, well, you got it. You're way better at this. All right, awesome. Love it. Look at you going the extra mile of grabbing a cool bomb from another. That's awesome. Really impressed. Good. Does Sin? Do you have one to offer to Tier Path?
Yeah, and maybe I need to take a play from Steven's playbook and look at other playbooks, but I was going to pitch you, Andesh, that my character ran away from the nobility. And I don't, if I want to pitch at you because I don't want you to feel like I'm stealing your thing. So he is like not a noble in any sense of the word, except by blood a long time ago.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, very cool. I think that'll pitch with the fact that like I'm near this area and I ran away and then came back. And
I want to pitch on top of your pitch. I think you're like the half brother of Princess Tirlapath.
I kind of wanted to pitch that too. Yeah, brother, half brother, cousin. I'll let you.
Yeah, that's cool.
You like that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the only disadvantage is that it mixes any romance stuff, but maybe that's not where we want to
Hold
take
on,
it.
this is Star Wars.
doesn't
It
mix
doesn't
anything, it's
exactly.
Star
That's true. That's true.
I heard it as soon as I said it, but
so here's a question: do both of you know that you're related?
Oh no.
I think that would be interesting irony if one of us doesn't know or both of us doesn't know, and maybe that fits with blank doesn't know my history. Best if I keep it that way.
Ooh.
Maybe
yeah.
you recognize me, like I know you from somewhere or something of that sort. Yeah.
You could be like the person like if we want to go with siblings, like you were my older brother, like a few years older, and you didn't want to be the heir, so you ran away, and nobody talks about you. They've like removed all the pictures, that sort of thing.
I like it.
Does that work?
I like it. I'll build on top of that and say like nobody talks about it except maybe one family member who is like looking for me. That will build up some tension and have some future conflict chances.
Ooh.
I like it.
Very, very cool. Oh, I love it. It's great work. Oh, that's so exciting. Cool. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some more going. So, Cause Kingrave, what bond do you offer up to Sin?
Yeah, I think Sin reminds me of an old target. He's, he's one of 100 scoundrels that I've come across in the galaxy. Nothing special.
Just credits to him.
Yeah. But you're not a target, but you behave just like this guy I put a bolt into, like you remind me, Sin, there was a guy who talked a lot like you, and then man, I just shot him right between the eyes. Isn't that crazy? It's just crazy how you can do that sometimes.
I can see our banter
having
that
edge.
Yeah, that edge. Like you talk about your past jobs and then somehow your marks always remind you of me somehow.
Undesh, what would you like to offer over to Sin?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at the ones I have, and there's two. One is this is not my first escapade with Sin, and that could be because we've established that Cos has worked for my family before, and maybe, I mean, if you work together, maybe Sin pulled me into some weird scheme and just used my noble credibility or something for in some way, without knowing who I was or something. But that seems weird. The other one is Sin amazes me with their skill and talent. I hope to learn from them. I would obviously not uh, admit this, but I think, like, yeah, I think being able to fly a spaceship, like I've only flown like speeders and that sort of thing, but not. I've not been allowed to go into space on my own, and that's something. Yeah. Does that seem interesting?
Yeah, I like that quite a bit.
Very cool. And now we have one last for Sin to offer up to Tassa.
Okay. I'm gonna pitch you, Stephen, that you and I have a bond around some sort of item, maybe something back from your home planet or your tribe or your family. Because one of my bonds is I acquired something from blank, and then I get a choice to have something expensive that doesn't technically belong to you. And so
let me see about this. Don't Twi'leks have like a family history totem thing?
Oh, yes, because yes, they had that in Rebels.
mhm.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the name is, but what if that's what you have of my family history? And I'm like, where did you get this? This must be
Calicori.
from. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that must be from my brother. Where did you get this? That kind of thing.
Cody just knew it. I had to Google it. Cody, you're amazing. Sorry.
I'm just a faster Googler. That I knew what it was, and I knew exactly what we were talking about. So it was just one of those quick Twi'lek heirloom rebels. There it is. Boom! I know exactly. No big
It's
deal.
the Google run done in 12 parsecs. So Stephen, what if the item, like, I'm down with us having tension over the fact it's like, why do you have this? I have this. Or we can just both be on some sort of side quest that we have to move this thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be that we're at odds with each other.
Well, I don't think it's that we're at odds. I think it's just that you have something that I want to know where it came from. If let's see, if this is something we have to move, it could be something along the lines of, something we picked up on a previous job. Maybe like a hyperdrive for the, ooh, what if it's like one of the transponders from an Imperial ship, right? Like they had at the beginning of Andor's?
Star Path.
I like that. That already puts us entangled with the Empire. Yeah, I'm down with that. And so I acquired it from Tassa, and so we're in the middle of resolving that. There's an Imperial transponder on our ship. That's fun.
Cool. All right. Somebody scribble that down or put it on the character sheet keeper somewhere, because that's just great. I like it a lot. We have established all of our bonds. We have the Duchess Gambit. Our ship has been filled out. Everything is ready to go. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our first bio break. When we come back, we'll pick right back up into the action. All right. So as we've mentioned in the top of the recording, we had finished off last session with the three, Princess Tierla and Kaz Kingrave, on top of the pterodactyl creature, with Tassa swinging back and forth. We hear the sound of speeder bikes whining as they race forward towards you guys. You come over top of the mountain and like over a smaller mountain, and that's where we see nestled in a hidden grove, a secret starbase or landing pad is the Duchess Gambit. I'm thinking the gangways down or being lowered, perhaps. Quick question for Cincinnati Solon: do you have an annoying droid of any kind as part of this ship?
Oh, we have to. Yes, we
We
have
do.
to.
We do.
Oh
Awesome.
my gosh. Okay.
So it's your responsibility to find me a picture for annoying droid and
Mhm.
define if it's a protocol droid, an astromech, a load lifter. I don't care. It could be a Ned B for all I care, although it would have a voice thing because I like to do my voice mod stuff.
Absolutely.
So it can talk. Ned B, awesome character. Saw the Black Series at Target, almost bought it, but he doesn't talk. It's the only knock on Ned from Obi-Wan. So, I'm guessing, cause you're driving this thing, this pterodactyl deal as speeder bikes are coming towards you. You hear, no, they're not going to just fire you because they see Princess Tir-Lapath. So, yeah, one of them is calling out over some like loudspeakers. Down, pull down. You need to come down. We don't want to shoot you out of the sky. One of them says, but it seems like an empty promise. What do you do?
Don't worry, princess. They're not going to shoot us out of the sky. And then just keep going as fast as we can.
Oh, amazing.
But I wouldn't hate if you fired a few shots at him. I gave you a blaster for a reason.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a great way to make them not want to shoot us out of the sky.
If we shoot them first, they can't shoot us out of the sky.
Fine, have it your way, and I'll shoot at them.
Awesome. So then you are going to volley. You're taking aim and shooting an enemy at range. Roll plus dex.
And I don't know if it matters, but the gun that Princess Tyrell is using is a guided weapon.
Ooh. Then I think we'll just say that guided means you get to roll with advantage. Makes sense.
That tracks. Like the gun.
Oh, hey-oh. Good one. Clever.
Yeah, roll with advantage. And what's my dex? Oh, +1.
So 3d6 plus 1.
So 5 and 9.
Awesome. On a 9 with volley, you can choose one. Whichever you choose, you deal your damage. You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger. The GM's choice. Take what you can get. You have disadvantage on your damage roll, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. And what we'll do is the power pack idea for ammo.
Ooh, I kind of want to put myself in danger.
Sweet. I am going to hold on that for just a minute for the danger, because I don't want Tassa to be all damsel down there swinging from our pterodactyl creature. Tassa, what do you plan on doing as you see a pair of Imperial speeder bikes zooming towards you guys? You hear Princess Tir-Lapath take a couple shots with a sleek-looking blaster pistol. What are you doing, Tassa?
So I'm going to pull out I think it's a disc blade.
Yes.
Disc blade. And I'm going to toss that and see if I can't hit one of the speeder bikes.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so into this. Yes. Cool. So let's have you also volley, right?
I think that would be right. That looks like. That's 12.
Wow. On a 10 plus with volley, do you have a clear shot? Do you deal your damage? So first we'll go with Tir-Lapath. Let's have you roll your damage. You didn't do it with disadvantage, so you just look, your character does a d6.
sorry. Yeah, 1d6.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, no modifier, just 1d6. That's a 1.
Yeah.
This blaster is terrible.
This blaster is very bad. Yeah, it just bounces off of the stormtrooper's armor. And then Tassa,
First
go ahead.
time that's ever happened.
Damn straight. It can't it's perfectly fine, serviceable armor. It just can't stand up to like stones or spears wielded by tiny teddy bear creatures.
To be fair, we don't know the strength of an Ewok. Anyways, continue.
So true. So first of all, Tassa, you get to do your damage, which is also a d6. But second, I have a question. Are you hitting the same person that Tierla shot at and kind of did a whole ball of nothing?
I see the shots going, going in the direction of one of the speeders. I'm going after a different speeder, and I'm going after the speeder, not the person.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Let me roll my damage. That's a 4.
Oh, nice. Yeah, boom, you fire, and you see part of the engine start to explode, and we see the like rotating thing where it's lost its stabilization, so the speeder bike rotates around. The guy's holding on to dear life, it's screaming, and of course, because I have the opportunity before he flies off and disappears, we get to hear our patented as he slams into the mountain side. And let's cut to Cincinnati. Sin, I don't think they like reached out and called ahead or anything, so you just hear the sound of a pair of speeder bikes. That whine is unmistakable. So maybe they're coming close. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I'm in the cockpit with my like legs up, waiting for everyone to just get here. When I'm like alarmed to what's happening.
There we go. Now you all get to hear it. So
yeah, that's when I figure out there's a chase going on, right? And you said that I can hear it before I see it.
yes.
Okay, then I just think we're gonna get the ship going. Blum, 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 blum.
Oh, cool.
Click on everything
Mew,
and
mew, mew.
yep.
Is this one of those ships that's sleek, or does it power down? You have to slam into the
no.
console. What do you?
Yeah, no, you have to get out and push, most definitely. But that's part of the charm. That's part of the charm.
Exactly. Just got it where it counts.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm gonna try to take the Duchess over to. I'm gonna bring it over to them, and I think we're gonna try to attempt an air rescue here.
Ooh, amazing. Oh, I love this. I love this. Sweet. So the Duchess Gambit, the way the ship moves work is if there's a basic move that we can engage, we'll do that first. But there are ship moves. It starts on column W. And there is a replacement for Defy Danger, which is basically Defy Danger, called Maneuver. And I think that's what you're trying to do here is Maneuver. You tell me which of the stats seem most appropriate for this action. Feels like acting fast, but you tell me.
I'm gonna make a pitch for defend. I'm jumping in with the ship to.
That sounds
protect others from
amazing.
getting shot.
Yeah, that's way better. Yes. Your pitch wins. So please defend. So taking up a defensive stance with the ship. Roll plus con.
All right. Let me just check. I think my con is +1. No, my con is 0. Fun. All right. 2d6. It's a miss. I just complicated everything.
It's
You
a
do the same
miss.
thing I do.
It's
I
a
see
miss.
boxcars.
You do?
I
Oh,
see
no,
boxcars
you do.
as
Yes.
well.
Never mind. I'm looking at Toss's last
You
roll.
are.
You're right. Yeah.
You
Sweet.
are killing me.
I got boxcars.
On a 10 plus, you hold 3 readiness. You see that the remaining the remaining speeder bike is turning on, aiming their blasters, and they're just going to shoot the pterodactyl, which is going to kill all 3 of them. That seems like a really bad idea.
I just want to review real quick. So we're saving the princess. Okay, these are Imperials. These are not like the princess's guard or anything. Okay, got
Correct.
it.
They are
Okay.
Imperials.
I have no scruples for this.
They are fascistic symbols that can be killed with impunity. You don't have to feel
Nice.
bad.
Nice. I would like to draw. Yeah, I'd like to strike back at the attacker. I think I would like to. I think it would be really cool if like they were on the pterodactyl, and then the bike was chasing them, and then my ship comes into view, like behind the speeder. But now I have to try to shoot the speeder without shooting the pterodactyl myself. So
It's true. And we already think that you failed, even though the dice said otherwise.
sorry about that, guys. All right,
That's
so I'm
great.
gonna deal my damage with disadvantage. Is that right?
Yes, so that means you roll your damage dice twice.
Eight.
Yeah, so 2d8, and you take the lowest of the 2.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Oh, pretty
All right.
good.
Yeah. So
5 points. Yeah, so what does that look like as you take out the second speeder bike?
I think that with your permission, I'm not even gonna shoot. It's gonna be too risky.
Okay.
So I think we have that moment where like, the Imperial is like looking behind, and then we get a shot of the Duchess, like one of the nacelles. I don't know what they are. That's Star Trek, but like one of these things right here is like getting closer and closer and closer to the ship, and I think like we're gonna bump it and like cause some damage, or I don't know if 5
Nice.
is enough to take it out.
It is. It is.
Okay, well then it's gonna bump it enough for it to lose control. Return of the Jedi style.
Love it. And then cause you fly the Rivian Ruping into the cargo bay, and the door closes up. Our as yet unnamed droid will come in and fuss about you guys there. It's so Sin. Is what droid? Do you have thoughts on the droid?
I do. You tell
Alright.
me if I'm giving you too much. Okay. I think it's gonna be a gonk power droid. One of those trash cans, and the droid always, it's like BB-8, like it doesn't seem to be able to get around, but every time like the shot changes, the droid is always where it's supposed to be, even though it walks like this, it like shuffles along.
And then who gave it a voice modulator so that it could talk?
Oh, I think maybe one of the engineers back on my home planet. Maybe I've had this droid for a really long time.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we maybe had like a mechanic or an engineer in one of the hangars, and they used to mess with this droid a bunch.
I'm gonna pitch you this idea. It's terrible, but I'm doing it anyway. I've already started. It carries around another droid around its, like, it doesn't have a head or a neck, but I'm totally doing the Dr. Theopolis Twiggy thing where the gonk doesn't talk, but it has another droid that it carries around that talks for it. That seems weird. Are we into this, or is it the
No.
worst idea?
I like it because I think the gonk droid doesn't have any arms, so maybe this other droid that it carries actually has the arms and like
Like little
does the
like
grabbing.
tentacly arms and stuff.
Yeah.
This is weird. I am into it. Anyone opposed? Is anyone like, this is the worst idea ever? Okay, no opposition. So let it be writ into the scrolls of Stellar Conflict, our game.
I have a name as well.
Oh, yes.
I think we're gonna go with R0Z3, and the gonk droid goes by Rosie.
Oh,
I think, have we had a droid named Rosie before, actually, Steven? No?
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay. I don't think so. Master and Blaster. That's really funny. I don't know how serious that was, but I'm not opposed.
It's not. That's Mad Max Beyond
Okay.
Thunderdome.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Master Blast runs part of town. I am Southern, so I can make fun of the Southern accent. Friends. All right. ROZ3, and that's for the Gonk?
That's for the Gonk droid, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Wow.
I think she's coded female and wears like an apron.
The Gonk droid has an apron.
Yeah.
That is bananas. That is banana pants. Oh, I love it.
And I think the main job is to keep the ship. I mean, the droids do whatever, right? But I think they like clean up and pick up after the bratty ex-royal. Turn scoundrel.
Cool. As Cincinnati, you are able to save the 3 and the Rivian Ruping, and Rosie is dealing with checking on them. You are being hailed like over the comms. There are Imperials coming over, informing you that you need to head to the starport, the Rivian starport. That your ship is being impounded. That they have, I don't know if it's your actual transponder code, but they have your transponder codes, and you need to turn yourself in. What do you do about that?
Let me pitch you this. What if the transponder codes that they have are like to another ship, and they're like, you're not this kind of ship. Pull over immediately and do everything else you said. I was like, oh,
you're not a Corellian Corvette. They say over the comms. You need to pull over immediately.
Well, we've done some modifications. I hope that's not a problem as we continue to like fly outside of Atmo.
Okay, so you're basically getting the hell out of
Oh
Dodge.
yeah,
the intention.
I'm really hoping that engine upgrade is going to do something for us here.
We're about to find out as you are heading to exit atmosphere. I'm curious though, before you actually get out of atmosphere, Princess Path, it looks like they're leaving. You could feel the tilt of the Duchess.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't quite get. Did Tyrus the pterodactyl also get into the? Then I mean, we can't take him off planet here. I have to let him out.
Oh well, you should probably talk to the captain. I think we're gonna go with like a pit droid head that is somehow attached to the Gonk droid. I think Cody's Canva / phone editing skills need to graft a pit droid head and arms onto a Gonk droid like a hat. Yes. This is so good. Cool. So Tierla, it looks like you need to have a word with the captain because he is not going to let your Ruping off unless you say something. What's the plan?
Yeah, I think because we're in the cargo hold, he's in the cockpit bridge thing, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
We even have maps so we can see where you are.
So right. Yeah, I assume there's an intercom or something. And I know this is your ship, right? Or do I not know that? I'm not sure what's more interesting.
I don't know. I could oh, this is so douchey, but I could see Sin having a picture of himself in the cargo. Like with the droid, or maybe of the whole crew. He was like, let's take a pic, you guys. And there's a picture of the whole crew and like a really nice engraved plate nameplates of all of us. This is something goofy like that. Sin would do something like that.
Yeah, then I get on. I see that, and I get on the intercom. Sin, Cincinnati, this is you, right? Yeah. You need to open the cargo hold to let my roofing out. You can't take it off planet.
Well, we're in a bit of a rush here, Princess, so you're gonna have to hold on to something.
Well, as long as you let him out. Parrish can't. He has special dietary needs.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna attempt a dangerous maneuver if it's okay with you all. I tilt the ship. Everybody hold on. We see the gawk droid be like, it's like falling back, and boom, we hit something, and then we're gonna open up the ramp, man.
Oh, that sounds
Just
awesome.
let the dino out.
This sounds like a really, really bad idea. So
Yeah, just tilt the ship and make sure you're not accelerating too hard, or he won't get out. I'll just give him a push.
Nice. So it's like getting thin here where the air is very, very thin. The doors open up. Tassa, you're right by that rooping. I got a pic in there if you want to remind yourself of what a rooping looks like. Tarish the rooping, and she like lowers her head and kind of rubs against your shoulder or something, and then looks back and sees the gaping maw, and there is a TIE fighter that's like kind of trying to dial in your ship. What do you do?
I think I turn to Tarish and I say, you can't go with us. You need to stay. And, kind of tell her it's okay, you should go. And we have turrets, is that right? But they're in the
You too.
they're in the front.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can't back up Tarish as she gets out so that the TIE fighters miss her and keep coming after us.
Okay. So your plan then is to try to aid or defend Tarish, the Ruping, getting out of here, right?
Defend is a great move. Yeah.
I love that move. Roll plus con.
Got 0. I got a 4.
Okay.
Don't think that helps.
I don't think that helps either. Mark an XP. You hop into the turret and start to toggle the switch to turn the targeting system on, and and then there's a little bit of smoke that comes out of the remember the grid system I'm imagining on one of the turbo laser turret like we have in the original trilogy type deal, and the targeting system's completely out. Looks like it's going to need some repair.
Damn it, Sin, you were supposed to fix this while we were getting the princess.
Immediately I turned to Rosie. Rosie, you were supposed to fix this while we were getting the princess.
It is item 4 on the list, sir. Items 1 and 2 are complete.
We'll make it item number 1. Go shuffle your way back there.
Wrong. Cool. Cause you saw Tassa take off and head to the turret. The Ruping looks at you. There's a blaster bolt that like skims across the ship, and you could tell like you guys are nearing space. What is Cause doing right now?
Well, with the turret covered and this Rupine looking at me as the blaster bolt comes through the doors, I think Cause is, well, this Ruping's not getting out of here. That's what it feels like. If there's blaster bolts coming in, well, if the turrets, maybe I'm going up to the cockpit. Maybe I'm trying to think of what actually like stations there are to help in, and I don't think there are any. because the turrets are
Well,
already
what do you
covered.
want
So
to
I guess
do?
yeah,
Like,
Kozol. I don't think nothing. I guess like he wants to head into he's done his part of the job, and if all the stations are covered for this escape, then he's gonna
Okay.
he's gonna just head up to the cockpit and keep an eye out. I guess is what he would do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you can
Not
jump
a-
in and
not a
maybe
fun
work
answer,
on
not an interesting
shields
answer,
and
but-
stuff. You can like man the shields,
Yeah,
deflect
if
the
there's
shield array.
if there's a yeah, perfect. If there's a console that he can help work at, then that's what he'll do.
Okay, awesome. Sin, you had queued up. You wanted to pull off a crazy maneuver to try to dump this Ruping safely.
Always.
And I am curious how this goes. I will tell you that there's no bad answer here because the success means that you did what the princess wanted and the Ruping is off the ship safely. A failure is that you can't pull off the maneuver and you've got a Ruping castaway or stowaway there. So I like both answers, really.
Yeah. I think, what is the name of this planet?
Riven.
Riven, that's right. We're going to try a Riven corkscrew. It's a move I just invented. We are going to like legitimately tell everybody to hold on. And because we're flying like this, right? And we have ships like behind us, right? Possibly going to shoot the pterodactyl. What is the pterodactyl called again?
Terrash.
Terrash. Yeah, they're gonna shoot Terrash. I think I'm gonna pitch upward away from the planet, like directly perpendicular, and then we're just gonna spin up until this thing just bloop, just pops out the bottom in an angle where the ships can't hit it. So
it sounds awesome. I want to see you pull this off.
okay, exchange fire maneuver. When you try to pull off a difficult maneuver, say how you do it. It says by getting out of the way or acting fast. Would this be a dexterity thing?
Feels like it. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's have you roll plus dex. Your dex is not bad, right? It's so you got a +1 mod.
There you go. This can't possibly go wrong. Okay. 8 + 1 is 9.
Ooh, on a 7 to 9 with that move. Close enough, but the MC. Oh, is it MC in this game? I thought it was GM. All right, awesome. The person who's running the game will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
I love this.
Here's the ugly choice. You can basically pull off this corkscrew maneuver and allow Terrash the Ruping to fly off safely. But in order to do so, you're exposing her, the Duchess, to fire. You will suffer damage. You get to roll well, no, actually it'll eat up some of your armor and shields. I'll roll the damage and we'll see how bad it gets. But you may have a random system ship disabled to do so. It's your choice. You can either keep the Ruping on board and you really need to hit space, or you can take a shot doing what the princess, your secret sister,
Man, the secret sister, I love it. Man, I love the Duchess, but I think on screen we see a flashback of Sin's childhood, sort of like training with these animals, and he just has a lot of fondness.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
He can't get a Ruping get hurt, So I think he's gonna like tap the console and be like, sorry, baby, you're gonna have to take one for the team. And I think he's gonna let the Ruping go and then immediately, put the Duchess in the way of the fire so that the ship takes the damage.
Amazing. Cody, if you could, please roll the damage for this TIE fighter shooting the Duchess. The TIE fighter has a moderate pilot. You're rolling a d6.
I don't know why I have to be the bad guy, but okay.
You're the bounty hunter. You're as close to the bad guys as we get.
A 2. Just a simple 2. Kaz comes in and smashes like a shield button as the 2 hits.
Perfect. You were just rolling for the bad guy, so the cause did not make things worse. Your armor and shields defaults at a 3, but you've taken some damage, so now it is down to 1. The shields for a moment, but they hold. The Ruping leaps out, spreads her wings, and she swoops down with a TIE fighter, ignoring it entirely, focused on you. And it looks like, Sin, they're trying to target your engines.
All right, raise shield to the engines. Cause, give me something.
Yeah. Hold on. Let a guy sit down first. I just flew through this thing on a Ruping. You didn't see that thing out there. There's speeder bikes. Listen, I could use some respect around here. Where's the... And he starts clicking on the buttons.
Well, it click, click, click. And you see the little shield array display come up in vector graphics, and you're trying to angle the shields. So I would like to see Tossa. There's no targeting matrix on this thing. It looks like the engine, the ship is fine, but your targeting array is down. What do you wish to do in the turret? Sorry. Steven, what do you want? What's Tosso want to do?
I thought you were talking to
Well,
Cos.
it's okay. Well, in the turret there, you just realize there's smoke coming up from the targeting system for the turrets there. What do you want to do?
So the Ruping is out, right? They're targeting our engines.
Yes.
We got to get out of here. I'm gonna jump out of the turret and go, across the bridge to where the hyperspace is, and I'm gonna make a jump to hyperspace.
Nice. Things are hectic, and you do not have a chance to plot in any coordinates because I don't know. Is that a thing that Cincinnati does normally? Do you rely on Rosie to be your astromech? Like, how do you do astrogation coordinates on the Duchess normally, Cincinnati?
Yeah, we gotta put it on Rosie.
Nice.
She's our be-all do-all droid.
You're going to be rolling with disadvantage to jump to hyperspace here, Tossa. This is a desperate maneuver.
Okay, so I just roll. Oh, I roll plus int. What's my int? Oh no, it's flat. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. My lowest 2 is a 3 and a 2, so that makes it a 5.
Okay. On a 6-, all 3 happen. You're going to arrive dangerously close to a planet, star, or other astronomical body. You're going to arrive somewhere that was not your intended destination, and your arrival attracts unwanted attention.
So let me tell you what the intended destination was. I think I'm just going to roll back to the last, coordinates we had in the hyperdrive, because that's got to be safe, right? We got to be able to go. We just came from there, so I roll back to that, and I hit the button, and we end up somewhere else.
Cool. I love it. So, Cause, you're trying to angle the deflector shield. You got things lined up just right. And just as the bolt starts to happen, boom, you feel the movement. Everyone knows the feeling of jumping into hyperspace. Princess Tira probably a little less than the others, but you still know that feeling of weightlessness before the sudden thrust. My favorite part of Star Tours is like, oh, this is what it feels like to go to hyperspace. I love it. I'm so happy. This is the worst pilot ever. That's the other thought that I had, because he really was a bad pilot. Because jump to hyperspace and rocket away, getting away from the Imperials, away from Riven. And I think there's a moment for you guys to react before you end up arrive at your destination. Cincinnati. Oh.
I think I'm gonna check the damage. Check the damage on the ship. I'm just gonna do the rounds, do the thing where like the captain walks out of the cockpit and he's like, what the heck was that? Like, what did you do to my ship? What's going on? That sort of thing.
Nice. Yeah, when you head around, Rosie has moved to the turret and is working on trying to fix the targeting system. Don't worry, I'll have this ready within 4.5 hours.
I needed you to have it ready when we were getting shot at. It's
You're-
it's like you want to be a scrap of metal, Rosie. You're killing me. Oh no, is she crying? Oh no.
Please don't destroy me.
You're being dramatic again. I can't take this right now. We'll have to talk later.
Rosie, I don't think he's suggesting that he's going to scrap you as much as, if the ship gets scrapped, you get scrapped. And Sin, not for nothing, but they make shield platforms that, go faster than the one I'm working on over here. I've seen them.
Yeah, maybe once we finish this job, we can afford one. I'm just gonna walk away. It's like no money. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Well, when we get to where we're going to drop the princess off, we'll be able to collect. Where are we? This isn't. Oh no.
Nice. Princess Path, what are you doing right now?
I think first when Tarish is like flying out of the or tumbling out of the cargo bay, she's kind of looking after her and waving goodbye, and then like rushing in to when the door closes and they jump to hyperspace, and then I think she's making her way towards towards the cockpit, so she probably runs into Sin on the way. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Where are we going? And where are we?
I'm gonna pitch a couple of things here out of character. Number one, I think when Cause says like something about the princess, I think Sin didn't know that we were rescuing royalty. Because then he would have had an issue with going back to his home planet and rescuing someone that was royalty.
I'm sure I told you all about this, and I don't know why you look like that.
Yeah, I'm like mortified right now. And I think as the princess comes around, I'm just like, I still can't talk. It's like probably the first time in Sin's life he hasn't had anything to say. If you read the briefings,
I had the reports on everyone's
Is
desk.
Cause like hyper bureaucratic? That'd be really funny, like a bounty hunter that just takes really good records of everything.
You know what? I think he is now. Yeah, or at the very least, he has a secretary droid, or he outsources his. He has somebody. He says, "I'm pretty sure my girl sent it all around." What are we talking about here?
I love it.
I brought in a new account. I'll just lean into him being Ken Cosgrove. It'll work out.
Do it.
I love it.
So good.
So good.
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
Princess, what is your Cincinnati? What? You've never been this quiet in our lives. I don't understand. Princess, we're getting you back to your aunt. It'll all work out.
I think Sin goes to the space bathroom and just starts vomiting in the space toilet.
Oh man, void tube vomit, sucky for you. Stay out of the refresher, everybody. That's wild. Yeah, I guess the ship's on autopilot.
Well, we're in hyperspace. When we land, when we get there, it'll all make sense.
Tassa, do you slide behind in the cockpit over to pilot, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Nice.
I'm right there where the hyperdrive, lever was. So I slide right in and slide over whenever Sin runs away, I slide right in and I'm behind the controls. Sounds perfect.
Cool. Then I think that's when you come out of hyperspace and checking coordinates. It is not where you guys were last. Something happened and you are in what is known as the ARX, ARX, ARX system. Friends, if you take a look at the Zinja's Empire tab, the ARX system is right underneath the word Empire. They're at between AB and AC 14, and there's a little write-up for the ARX. It is a gas supergiant. Now, for some reason, this gas supergiant has a layer, an habitable layer of breathable air. And there are hundreds of small gas extraction stations, dozens of floating settlements, floating cities of arcs are what they're collectively known as. Each city is its own city state, but there is a weak planetary government body, the League of Arcs, which includes the floating cities and the 4 inhabitable Arxen moons. And if you're like, Arcs and moons, do you have pictures of that? I'll say yes. If you go to the Arcs tab, which I've just unhidden there, you can get a look at the super gas giant Arxis A, B, C, and D.
It's like we were always going to end up here, not on a failed roll. Something fishy's afoot.
I know, it's like, oh my god, I'm so bad. I am very trad in that I prepped a thing. I'm sorry, but somebody said they wanted everything to like tie to a point, so that meant, Rich, you have to prep some ideas. So I did, and you failed, so I get to just hard move you into this interesting thing. Hopefully it's good. Anyway, so per the rule of jumping into hyperspace and a failure, you've arrived dangerously close to a planet, star, or other astronomical body. You fly in. When you come out, you're already in basically you pop in very, very close to the gravitational pull of the supergiant. What is it? I said it just a second ago, and it's totally
Gas
jumped out of my.
Super
Yes,
gas
thank you. It's a
giant.
gas
Super
supergiant. So you come in, wee 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 wee. There's a bunch of klaxons going off as you are having some problems with the, not quite a total engine failure, but you're getting some alarms going off in the front there, Toss. So what do you wish to do?
Can I add to that?
Yes.
I think we actually come out close enough to the atmosphere that this is illegal, right?
Totally.
They're mining gases that are dangerous, and that's the unwanted attention. Is that right? That basically, the cops are after us. We've done something that's really bad in this area, and I think I immediately cut the sublight engines as much as possible, so that because as soon as I see where we are and the alert goes off, I'm like, oh, we could ignite gas here. So I turn off the sublight engines and just use the maneuvering jets to try and get, stabilize this.
Nice. Let's have you pull off a maneuver then.
Yeah, that is a maneuver, isn't it? Let me go back there.
It is.
I think this is, trying to have quick thinking. So I think it's
Yeah,
an int.
I'd see that.
Doesn't make any difference. I have a 1 and that's an 11.
Hey, that's fantastic. So with an 11, that's a 10 plus, you pull off the maneuver. Tell us a little bit about how you saved the ship from this imminent danger.
So basically, what we see on screen is we see the Duchess that we've just been introduced to, and we're like, we're gonna blow up a ship already, and it's going through this thick atmosphere, and it looks like it's actually starting to heat up and shake and maybe get dangerous. And then we see a city, one of those floating cities kind of looming out of the mist of the clouds. And we see the maneuvering jets fire and kind of flatten out, and we head towards one of the landing bays. Do you mind if I say we see some of the cloud cars, like the cops coming in to escort us in?
Oh, for sure. Actually, I wanted to ask Princess Telepath a little bit about this because yes, there is a group known as the ARCS System Patrol. They're a little underfunded because they just have so much area to cover. But Tierla, what is it about the ARCS System Patrol officers that that most people respect? Although they have an insignia, I'm going to quickly show it. Is it? Oh, well, I should click the button. There we go. They have a cool insignia, eh? I like that.
Nice.
I thought that was cool.
I think they're always very professional and very polite. They're like they do their job. They don't cause a fuss, and yeah, they're yeah.
Cool. So they're hardworking, professional, and polite. They are paid by the corporate conglomerate that runs the overall government, and they are, at least as far as anyone knows, they're not officially under imperial control. They pay their taxes, and the Star Patrol keeps the peace. There is not as yet, as of the last time you were here, Cincinnati, there was not an imperial garrison. That Empire was not under control of this place at this point. They just were happy to take the tax money and deal with other places. So, yeah, you get a little nudge from the Star Patrol. Yeah, we'll say that they have starfighters, but this close to the cities, they have something more like the cloud cars because I just think those things are cool. Maybe they're colored differently, like more like a steel gray or something.
And I think I lean over to Sin as he comes out of the refresher, and I'm like, the authorities are going to board us. We need to get her. We need to get the princess in the hidden compartments so that they don't find her.
Well, I've seen you influence people in a way I've never seen before, so I'm gonna send you to talk to her, Tassa.
Fine.
Listen, I know a thing or two about princesses, and they don't like being shoved in closets.
Fine. I think it's your job, but fine, I'll do it.
I think maybe on screen we get into a little tiff, but I'm okay with Sin going out there and finally losing that argument.
Cool. Are we star wiping to you guys pulling into a landing area? Is that what we want?
Before that, can I quickly check whatever we know on this planet and checking our sensors and doing a discern realities equivalent from the ship?
Why, you certainly can. So let's see. What is the version of this? Is discern? Yeah, it's just discern realities. It's still got the same name. Sure. Roll plus wisdom or your whiz modifier.
Yeah.
You are relatively wise. You have a 1.
It's the only way I've survived. Oh, it's a 7. It's a 6 plus 1 is 7.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9, you get to ask one question. Either way, you gain advantage on your next move that acts on the answers.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, never mind. Basic moves. Let's look at the answers.
Column E.
Or the question. Column E as an echo. Thank you for that. What here on this planet is not what it appears to be?
Ooh, interesting. What here on this planet is not what it appears to be. From the last time that you were here, Cincinnati, you noticed that there are gun emplacements and that there are several areas as you're pulling towards the floating city, towards the area where you have to land, you're flying over some areas that look like they may have been bombed recently.
Mm.
That is new.
Mm.
They've had problems with pirates, but this looks like something has escalated.
Oof. Okay. As I'm walking to talk to Princess Tirla, I'm gonna get on the comms and announce that to the crew that it looks like people on this planet might be extra jumpy. They've sustained some damage.
On this planet? Why are we even on this planet? This isn't where we're supposed to be. Who programmed this jump? Amateurs.
Rosie, figure out how we ended up here.
Rosie will.
Should I prioritize over fixing the targeting to find out what happened with I'm sorry, please help.
Rosie, you are literally a marvel of technology. I know that you can do two things at once. You're like a child. But you can't do two things at once? What are you, a kid?
I have limited processing. I will put 50% of effort into 2 activities.
Great. We're gonna half-ass two things and get no ass out of this. Great. And I think maybe in that moment we like the princess and I like bump in on one of the corridors.
We have a picture for Kaz's secretary, and I'm so happy.
Whether or not she's on the ship, it's fine. She might, do this all remote.
I was gonna say, can we have an NPC that lives on the ship? It's Kaza's secretary.
I think we have to now.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Oh god, I don't know if after we have Sin berating Rosie, if we can have Kaz being mad at his secretary. So he's yeah, okay. All right, I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I think Sin is gonna be real awkward bumping into the princess. I think he's gonna do like a bow and then like an even bigger bow and then like a princess, your royal highness. Princess Tirla Path.
Yes.
Yes.
I know my name. I don't know why I'm here or where here is.
Yes. You would know your name. I know your name, but why would I know your name? That's probably weird, but it's not because I read the files. And so I know why we're here and why you're here. But now I don't need you to be here. I need you to be here. And then he's just like pointing to a wall. And it's just like, no, I'm sorry. I need you to be here. And he like opens it. And it's like, because we need to smuggle you in the compartment.
You
And
need
it's
to
not rooming.
smuggle me?
Well, that's
Worst
what it's called.
rescue ever.
I mean, you weren't, with us 2 weeks ago. That actually went quite bad. But
You're really instilling a lot of confidence here, telling me that you've done worse jobs than this?
Well, no, I mean, yes. Yeah, well, no, you're gonna be fine. It's fine. I've been in there. It's really nice. And then I lean over and I smell it. And it's like, oh man, I've definitely been in there.
Why haven't you brought me somewhere safe if you're rescuing me?
We're working on that. But thank you. Yes. And then I think he's gonna like bow again over and over and address you by your full title again.
Yeah. I think I noticed that you're making like the correct bow, which I wasn't expecting. But I'm just chalking it up to, well, he knows how to fly a spaceship. Obviously, he knows how to treat royalty. So.
And I've given you such a roomy closet. Why wouldn't I know how to treat royalty?
Fine, but we will have words after this.
I think I turn around and then I go, oh my gosh, she even sounds like my mother.
Nice. Cool. So you get down into the little cramped smuggler compartment just in time for the ship to come down. I guess Tassa, you're still piloting because Cincinnati's off chatting with royalty. You're the only one who gets stuff done here, Tassa. It's good stuff. I like it. Cause, are you dressing down your secretary for?
No, I think Kaz goes into and he's just talking to his secretary and he says, so anyways, we're not even on the right planet, so we're gonna need to push back all my meetings tomorrow. Because I don't know that I'm gonna make them, Sadie. So I need you to get on the fat line and make a call to the court and address the next one. And if you can line up another job, that'll be great. We're going to clear this one up probably any time now, I expect. With
sir. Oh, a number of bounties on pirates in this area.
That's great to hear. I want to see all those. Put all the research together. Put it on my desk. I'll check it out tomorrow.
Of course, right away.
Is there, real quick, Sadie? I hate to say this. I hate to do this. Is there a reason the other crew members might not have read the briefing? Did we use too small a font of the Arabish? I want to know what we can do to make sure they're successful, right? We're trying to bring everybody up together. And I don't think it's your fault. And I don't think it's my fault. If I'm being honest, I'm not entirely certain that Captain Sin can even read. Can we put a loom together? Can we put a video file together so he can watch the briefing?
Perhaps a video file is most appropriate.
I'll leave that all in your hands, Sadie. You can film it. You know the details
video
better
briefings.
than I do.
Yes, sir.
Great, wonderful. All right, I'm gonna go dress down Tassa because I don't know how she's driving this freighter, but I mean, there's a lot of bumps, right? I think I can speak for everybody when I say there's a lot of bumps.
Tassa, are you a good pilot? Totally up to you. Are you actually a pretty good pilot? And they're just whiners, or you're not great? You're just.
I know where the buttons are.
Nice. This is boy, some misadventures going on. I'm digging it. So you realize as you're starting to come down onto the landing platform, which I'm imagining is totally like the landing platform in Cloud City, and that it's like extended out, and you could miss it and it could be bad. You haven't set down the landing gear when Kaz comes in complaining at you.
Yeah, mostly it's a toss. I can't help but notice we seem to be parking. This isn't where our job is. I don't know if you read the briefing. I know Sin had troubles with it. What can I do to help you succeed?
Great. You sit down right here. We need to land. I'm going to hop out, and I'm going to go back to where Sin is so that Sin and I can greet the cops whenever they show up.
Okay, yeah. So Kaz will just sit down. He says, sit here. Why am I parking the ship? What is happening?
You don't like the driving job, the piloting job? You can do it.
Wow.
We're all a little snippy, aren't we?
It's true.
I think we're all very aggro. Yeah, I think that's just going to be the vibe of this crew, which I'm kind of excited about.
It's definitely it seems to be a thing. So that is wild. You do lower the landing gear and start the sequence landing the Duchess, and there is a patrol. There's a patrolman outside who's standing outside waiting for you guys to open up. It's Patrolman Carmen. K-A-R.
And I think Sin and I are going to step outside, and I'm going to greet, citizen. It looks like there's been some trouble here, and we're here to help.
Sorry to say, I don't see any of your transponder code on our flight logs. We don't have any ship the Futchus Mambit. The Futchus Mambit is not scheduled to arrive. Last time that I see here, flipping on the data pad, looks like she hasn't been here in quite a while. Looks like you guys got some scoring marks, pointing out things from the recent ship with fight with the TIE fighter. Are you guys all right? You didn't have any problems with the pirates coming in, did you?
No, we had a flock of rooping that had to be called. Not the most, you know, fancy job, but you do what you do to get money.
Understood. We are a free commerce collective here, corporate oligarchy, some might say. So we understand that. You have to get paid. Well, of course, there will be a small stipend for if you need to stay anywhere on within the city. And are you going to be providing any engineering mechanics work on the ship? We can go ahead with regular refueling rates, but we do have a few engineers that we can provide you for a small fee.
I think I'll step forward and I'll say, we are here to help. We will, you want to hire us to defend you against the pirates.
That is awesome.
Jedi mind tricking into helping. What a move.
That is ballsy. I am
We do
so
want to
here
help you
for
out.
this.
We are your friends.
So it sounds like you are speaking a lot of suggestion and force it into the mind of a listener with your powers. Roll plus wisdom.
That's a 4.
Oh. Snake eyes.
Wow.
Steven. Goodness.
That's
I
amazing.
think it's my third failed roll this session.
Yeah.
You're marking for XP, right?
I am, and I just leveled.
I was about to say you should be near it. That's amazing. Cool. So you say, hey, you definitely need to hire us to help you out with the pirates. The patrolman says, "Oh, absolutely. We've established several bounties on and then behind him, the entire city, the lights start to brown a little bit, and then power just cuts. Let's cut inside the ship of unhappy crewmates here. Princess Telepath, what are you doing in the smuggling compartment? It's pretty cramped in here.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to tell me to come out because I mean, Sin is obviously a screw up, but he's the captain of the ship, and you know he kind of knows what he's doing, so I have to kind of trust him on this. That's not going to stop me from giving him a hard time, but you know.
Cincinnati, what about you? Princess Teal is successfully stowed away. Kaz is having an impromptu meeting with his assistant. What are you doing?
I think, did we establish that I walked out with Tassa? I thought
so.
I had.
Yeah.
No?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I'm outside with Tassa.
That's right. You were out with Tassa. Apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies. Cool. Then yeah, we'll roll it forward. Power goes out. The entire ship. You hear a few cries of alarm, and the patrolman who's out there with you, he grabs his comm unit. He's trying to talk, and it's just coming back static.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very sorry. If you are willing to aid us in this time of need, we're more than happy. Unfortunately, it appears that our systems are down, so I'm unable to relay this to my superiors. But I'll definitely have a word with them. I need to go. And he turns and runs.
What is happening?
I think it's a pirate attack.
Oh boy. I have a
Running
bad
down
feeling
the
about
little
this.
gangway.
All right. Let's go.
Ding.
Yep. Let's get back into ship. Time to earn some more money.
Nice. Sweet. So, you're gonna let Princess Tierla out of the apartment and just leave her?
Absolutely no. I think I'm running to the cockpit, like I'm turning the corner the same way Han Solo is like turning the corner, like doing one of these.
Ooh,
And then
love
like
that.
I'm like I like open the closet like on my way. I'm like, time for action, princess.
What? What's going on?
Yeah, what what are we
got
doing?
Pirates. I punched the pirate alarm.
Pirate?
Sadie, can you pull up the pirate bounty? We were just going through that file, I think. I read something about this recently.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Of course.
Great. We'll get all those details managed.
All right, sounds good, Cause. See if we can have multiple targets. Which one's gonna give us the most money?
Nice.
And don't give me a ship that we can't take on. Give me something like easy.
Something easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, something more your field. Yeah, I know your skill level, Sin.
I'm terribly sorry, but the bounties are per person, not ship. So I'll do what I can about tagging them to most commonly used starships.
Perfect, Sadie. I trust you to handle all the details. Really,
Cross-referencing
you're my
this
right hand
against
on this one.
easy ships is very challenging. That's not how they're normally identified, but I'll do what I can.
That's great. I don't need to hear any of that. You just tell me when it's done.
Rosie, help the princess gear up.
Should I get on the blasters? Tossa, where's Tossa? Tossa, are you pilot? Tossa?
So I think now we all have a chance to go where we actually should be instead of the scramble that we had leaving the planet. So, where is everyone? I assume, Sin, you're going to be piloting. Is that right?
You know it.
And Cos, what do you think you do on the ship?
I think, well, listen, he's a bit of he's an executive, right? We all agree at this point that he manages accounts. But
executive bounty hunter.
But I think you and I are probably both equally skilled at manning the gun. So, if let's see.
Why don't you man the guns while I try to fix them? I'm going to try and reroute power.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll do that. I'm kind of not entirely sure which stats are key to which things. I know Dex would be like volley, and so that makes sense to me if that's how it is using the gun. But I also would understand if, because it's a spaceship, it actually uses a different skill. So I just want to be clear. I don't understand that.
Yeah, no worries. You just tell me what you want to do, and I'll point you in the right way. There are ship moves there to the right of the picture of the ship.
There we go. Okay. Yep.
Exchange
they're both
fire.
Decks, so.
Yeah, exactly. So you're
no,
fine.
excuse me. There, if it's a BFG, if it's guided, if it's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'll still operate the gun.
Okay. Reroute power. When you reroute power to try to recover a disabled system, roll plus int. This is Tossa. You get to roll with advantage because Rosie's already working on it, kind of.
And int is 0. That looks like. That is a 7.
Okay. On a
Barely
hit,
squeaking by. Yeah.
you bring the disabled system of your choice back online. Yeah. On a 7th night, you also damage your disabled 2 systems of your choice. So you have to reroute power and depower something else, I think is what you've got. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. What do you want to take down?
Let's take down. Oh yeah. So let's take down the hyperdrive. Yeah.
God. Okay.
That's perfect.
Awesome. Thank you for checking
if you
that.
don't mind, yeah. And I think that as the princess comes out, we start. We say something about what job she should be doing, whatever you want to do, Anders. But I think as you come out, we take damage at the smuggling compartments. Right? There's like this blast and like we see on the Millennium Falcon, the wires come out, it starts to smoke a little bit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. We're about to enter a fight that will probably roll us through the rest of our remaining time. So I'd like to take a quick bio break at this point. So we'll do that.